Hey Sagittarius, welcome to Key Wisdom Tarot. My name is Ruth, I'm your Reiki Master and Tarot Reader, and this, my darlings, is your love story for the 14th of February, yes, Valentine's Day, up until the 16th of March 2020. We're going to look at three distinct areas for you. So we're going to look, first of all, of what or who you could encounter over this time period. Then we're going to look at hidden feelings, okay? So what's going on beneath the surface for you, or beneath the surface for the person that fancies you, or the partner in your life. And then finally, we're looking at moving forward. So where are you two-headed, or where are you headed as a single person? Like, what are you going towards, okay? So I've already shuffled, I've already meditated. I'll do a little bit of more of that on camera, and then we'll get started on your reading. You have to be thinking, didn't you, Sag? So you get extra cards here. You've got some extra clarifiers. So let's start with the card at the base of the reading, which is your strength card, darling. This is Leo's energy, as you know, but it's all about strength, and it's all about linked to our karmic cycles as well. So it's about our experiences. So this could be suggesting that you're about to have some new karmic experiences when it comes to love, Sagittarius. This situation or circumstance over this next month is going to demand a huge amount of strength and courage from you, but it's also going to teach you that. It's going to show you how strong you are, how capable you are, and how worthy you are of the type of relationship, love situation that you want. Okay, so get ready for it, because it might be a bit of a bumpy ride. Let's have a look first of all then at what or who you're encountering this month. And we've got the Fool. Wow. Okay, so this is strength, then, isn't it? We've got the Emperor. Wow. Another. Well. Okay, so if it's a who, could be a Cancer, could be an Aries. Now let's move on from that, okay, because that bit's boring. This is, look, all major arcanas, okay, so we are having some huge significant changes and some new karmic energy when it comes to love, when it comes to relationships, and this is you going for it. You seem to be a little bit ahead of the other, excuse me, at this point. We've not seen these cards yet, but you seem to be a little bit ahead of the other fire signs, actually, that I've read for. You seem to be sort of actually ready to take the plunge. It's as if your mind is clear on the direction that you want to go in, and if it's not, I mean, you can be watching this maybe just before Valentine's Day, after Valentine's Day, but it seems that you are clear really about the direction that you're headed in and where you want to go. Some of you could be striking out on your own for the first time in a long time. You could be, the relationship, if you were in a relationship, it's already ended and you're striking out on your own, but this is a new beginning for you taking action and steps on a new journey toward new experiences when it comes to love, when it comes to your relationship. This is about you putting your best foot forward in order to begin or to establish a new way of living and a new way of loving. This is a very interesting time for you, Sag, and you are like, it feels very stable, your energy. It feels very stable. It feels very secure. It feels very much like you are determined to go for it, or to go for him, or to go for her, whatever that might be for you. You seem determined to go for it, and that's because you've been doing. The Emperor here, number 4, indicates that you've been doing that work. What we talk about when we say work, we mean we're reflecting on, we're trying to understand the impacts of our previous experiences, how they affected me, how that affected my self-esteem, how that affected how I saw myself, how that affected how I saw my self-worth. The Emperor's done that investigation, that work that goes on beneath the surface, and now the Emperor is much more strong and strengthened because of that work that he's done. The 4 represents strength. The 4 represents, in the 4th house in astrology, for example, is where we come from. It's our roots, our family, our DNA almost. It's what makes you who you are. And the Emperor understands what makes him who he is, and therefore is strengthened and stable and secure. 4s also actually represent our security and the structures in our lives. So again, this is again suggesting that there may be a shift or a change in that area for you. There's a change in where you're gaining your comfort. There's a change in where you're gaining your stability and your strength. Tiny is here. He wants to come up. Okay, come here then. Oh, come here. Oh, there we go. We went out today, didn't we, Tiny, to get some shopping? And a little doggy, another Jack Russell, run off, didn't he? He pulled himself off his lead and ran across the main road. And who was chasing him? Not the dog, not the other people that found him. Me. Anyway, we got him off the road, but he ran off, so... But he was safe, don't worry. Anyway, we digress. So, Tiny's here, and you know when Tiny's here, you need to be paying attention. Okay, so we've got the Chariot finally in this, what you can encounter, what you can experience. So again, this is indicating forward movement. You know, number 7... is linked to, it's my master number. I say that every time, as you know. It's my master number. It's the number of mystery, and that's because we ask questions. You know, why am I going the way that I'm going? Why am I doing the things that I'm doing? Why am I feeling the things that I'm feeling? Why do I need to go in this direction? How is going in this direction making me feel? How am I responding? Etc. 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 The number of mystery. So you can imagine what it's like to live that life, because that's my life. Anyway, my darlings, I digress. That is because of this. I'm going to explain to you now. So the Chariot energy, we've got the yin and the yang, the masculine, the divine masculine, the divine feminine. And what this is saying is that the divine masculine is what we do externally, what we do in the world, the experiences we have, where we go. And our divine feminine is how we feel about the experiences that we've had, what we understand about the experiences that we've had, what we now learn from them, etc., etc. So this is what we... Can you see him? He's got his nose on there. It's all right. You're all right, Tiny. Goodbye. So you can see that there needs to be a balance of those two things. You need to, in order for you to propel you forward. If your actions are reflective, truly reflective, and take account of what's going on the inside, you will have a smoother passage going forward, okay? And that's what this card represents. So when it comes to your love life, then the beginning of your love story is looking very beautiful, that you're ready and determined and strong and confident and wanting to move forward. And you're not just moving forward without thinking about how it's going to affect other people, or even though that doesn't necessarily matter, but it matters how you feel about how other people feel about what you're doing, if that makes sense. So it's not really that they are upset with you or that they might be hurt or whatever. It's how you respond to yourself because of how they now feel, because of what, if that makes sense. So anyway, so this is what propels you forward. And this is, so it's showing, Sagittarius, that you are moving forward, that you're wanting to move forward. So let's have a look, because you've got some clarifiers here. So we'll put those there. So let's have a look at hidden feelings. So, Lover's card. Always nice to see in a love reading. So this is what's hidden feelings. So things that that might be that you may be hiding from yourself, or things that you may be hiding from each other, or that type of thing. So it's what's going on beneath the surface. It's hidden feelings, this part of the reading. So we've got the Lover's card with the clarifier. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. So wow, so hidden feelings there's a huge amount of change, isn't there, that you're wanting. Oh my gosh. I mean, we've seen all major arcanas. So how many cards are here? 6, 7 cards, and they're all major arcana. So, you need to recognize the significance of that. This is real this is like transformative life events this year for you. This year is going to be the making of you, and how you are really responding to your experiences and how you are really managing them, and also managing how you respond to them, or being aware of how you respond to them, I should say. All of these things is what's going to really bring you along your karmic path this year, especially when it comes to love. And it seems that whether you're in a relationship, Sagittarius, or not, it seems that your situation right now when it comes to love is extremely karmic for you. Excuse me. And it really is trying to show you your strength. Even if you feel challenged, it shows that this is learning that you need. This is wisdom that you need. So kind of take your medicine, because it's for your good and for your benefit. So hidden feelings made surface, we've got the Lovers card. So we've got this unity and this union. We've got 6, 7, 8 now, haven't we? We've got this unity and this union of your divine masculine, your divine feminine. You recognizing that masculine, that you've, Adam, had all these experiences out in the world, and also that those experiences in the world have taught you something, have shown you something, divine feminine, Eve. This is the union of those two, the balance of those two aspects of self, and it's alchemy, this, because it is, when you get to number 6 in the major arcana, and you, in your life, you get to this archetype, in your life the situation comes to this, you do feel different. You are transformed, physically, mentally, and emotionally. You are transformed, and you are transforming. It shows again the security and the balance that you're feeling. So even if other people around you are like, "She gone crazy, you gone crazy, what's going on, you ain't gone crazy, she ain't gone crazy. They'll think what they want to think, but beneath the surface, this is the unity. You are feeling, you understand how important it is to love yourself. And not only do you understand that, but you are giving yourself that love. And that might be something that has changed for you recently. Look at that Ace of Wands. I mean, this is the clarifying card. Again, this is excitement. Some of you are really making bold moves. If you've been watching Love Island, one of the it's not an idiolex. Hang on a second. An idiolex, what, for one person? What is it when... We'll call it slang, because I can't remember. I did this in language acquisition when I was doing my A levels. But anyway, basically, there's a repeated phrase that a lot of people keep using in the villa at the moment, Love Island, and they keep saying, "Knight's making mad moves," or "they're making mad moves," and that's kind of what it is like for you guys this month, Sag. It's kind of like you're making mad moves, but you're moving in a way that you ain't moved before, but in a way that is so natural to you, and in a way that is so right for you, and in a way that that the universe has been trying to get you to move in. You're starting to move in that way. And it might seem crazy to other people, as I said, but this is where you need to go. You feel it. The Ace of Wands, yes, a new beginning, we know. And it's excitement, and it's love, and it's passion. That's what the Wand energy is related to. It's related to our sexuality. It's related to our excitement, anticipation, or passion. And so this is how you're feeling about yourself, or about another person, or how they're feeling about you. This is what's going on. So if you're in a new relationship and you're like, you're not sure if you should believe this feeling, is it real? Is this guy for real? Yes, he's for real. Yes, the feelings are real, because what's hidden is this love, this excitement, this passion. And this is a change. It's showing that this is, as I said, you are in a very stable place, actually. This is the most stable reading I've had so far, in a sense of the energy that I've been feeling, that I'm intuitively picking up on, I should say, for Sagittarius over this time period. It's extremely stable, strong, clear, focused. And I really feel like you've gone through, it's been this sort of self-reflection, this self-understanding, this shifting perspective of yours that's actually turned this wheel for you. Wheel of Fortune talks about change, and this is you. As I said, you're making mad moves, guys. You're making mad moves, Sag. You are acting more passionately, you're acting more lovingly to yourself and or to others, if that's what you're showing yourself your love, you're showing yourself your care. And that is a huge shift and a huge change. Not what you've been used to, not the way not what you've been used to. That's what we're getting the new stuff. I just want to see these cards. I'm so excited. Card Priestess with the World. I mean, listen, look, every single card, apart from the Ace of Wands, is a major arcana card. I cannot express to you that there is a difference between the major arcana and the minor arcana cards. These, when we see these cards here, these are, as I said, transformative energies. These are things that you don't just change your mind because someone's convinced you that it's time for you to change your mind. You really understand why it's time to release that, or why, because that ain't doing me no good. That was not doing me no good. You really, and it transforms how you behave forever and ever. And it might change again, but you ain't going to go back to how you were doing, to what you were feeling. You ain't going to go back there again. That's what a karmic lesson does for you. You get that lesson and you don't forget it, because it stays in your bones. It changes your DNA. That's a fact, actually, about it changing your DNA. But we won't go to that, because that's a whole other video. Anyway, my darling, so we've got the High Priestess and we've got the World card. So, I mean, there is, you know what the World card means, don't you? The World card is all about new beginnings, comes before the Fool card, as you know. It's the end of the major arcana. So beneath the surface, this is you wanting a new start, you wanting this new energy in your life, this new way of existing in your relationship, or this new way of existing as a single person. You're ready to bring that in, and you're about to, and you need to, and you must, not only your intuition with this card, your dreams, because it is a highly sensitive time, this time period. We have Mercury in Pisces. Mercury, the planet of communication. Pisces is all about emotions, all about everything that's going on beneath the surface of us, all that stuff all swimming together, the dreams and the things that we imagine, and our fantasy almost as well. We have access to that heightened sort of sense of reality right now. We have access to that, all of us. And you enjoy that feeling, because actually it's your story this month is about trusting where you want to go, trusting that where you are going is going to lead you to brand new karmic experiences when it comes to love, ones that suit you, ones that are good for you, ones that you are actively trying to bring into your life, and as a result of the work that you've been doing to try to turn this wheel. Okay, so let's have a look moving forward on this path. What can you expect, my darlings? The Tower moment. The Tower, one of my favorite cards in the tarot. You know, the energetic experience, the energetic signature of this, just as I said that, my ears started ringing, is very, very similar to the Ace of Wands for me. So when I experienced the Tower moment, when I experienced the Ace of Wands, and at a different time, I was struck by how similar the feeling was. The Ace of Wands, so meeting somebody, like having that. So this could be that. This could be me. Oh, let's just. I'm getting excited. Okay. So we've got the Tower, we've got the Five of Wands, and we've got the King of Cups. Now, oh my God, see how good is Mercury retrograde for you? Mercury goes retrograde on the 16th of March until the 16th of February until the 9th of March. And so in this time period when you're that this reading covers, Mercury will be in retrograde for pretty much most of it. So the beautiful thing about this is that Mercury retrograde is a time for us to be reflective. It's a time for us to reflect on, okay, let me just look back at the last 4 months or the last year. It's really the last 4 months, because we have one every 4 months. But anyway, let me look back at the last 4 months and let me look at the impact of those experiences. Like, how did they affect me? How did they impact on me? Etc. etc. So we use that time to do that. And it seems like for you, so the beginning of this time period, you are understanding that, oh my God, 2019 killed me, or that relationship was awful, or whatever. That experience was really bad in my love life. But I'm ready to move forward. I'm ready to go for it. I'm ready to I can feel it. I need to move on. Whatever it is, whatever your mad moves are going to be in the month of Feb to March. But we then get the Tower. So moving forward, this is showing that the life that you have been building. So remember, we have these cards that indicate change and cards that indicate new karmic cycles, and this is a sudden event or circumstance that shifts, that basically changes things that have been built in your life, manifested things in your life. So it could be job or relationship, whatever. But in this instance, we're talking about love. And actually what I get a sense of here is this is about your identity. That's what this is about. So for some people, this is left field, but actually for some people, this might be if, like, for example, Philip Schofield. So if you're in the UK, you will know that Philip Schofield has been on the television since I was a kid, you know. He came out as, he's married, he's got children, but he came out this week as being that he's gay, that he's homosexual, and each their own. That's what he. And I saw it. I thought, good for him, because the bravery that it takes to, like, because he's been on telly. He's like, I don't know how old he is, but he's got kids, blah blah blah. The bravery that it takes for any person to do that, but especially for someone in his position on television, married, blah 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 blah, like. It's so amazing that he was able to do that. And what it means is that now he's able to live his self in a more authentic way. But what it also means is that we have to break down the old way. We have to break down the old way of thinking. So all those things that stopped him previously from living his truth, that became a part of his identity. The fact that he was straight became part of his identity, and he had to live with that. Imagine the internal struggle that goes on. So this is the stuff that you build. This is the life that we build, the perspective that we build. And for you, Sagittarius, it's about your identity. That's what's coming crashing down. It's about the old ways that you saw yourself. The universe is bringing that crashing down for you as you move forward, and that's excellent. That's what you need, because it's a blessing. This is the universe paying attention to your life. Like the universe is for Philip Schofield right now. They'll be helping. The universe is helping him now to overcome. And yeah, we're afraid. Yeah, it's scary. But I can finally release all this stuff and be who I am and live how I want to live. And I feel like it's that type of energy for you. I feel like it's more related. It could be a shock event, a sudden shift of circumstance. It could be something happens externally that makes you question and identify and makes things shift and change for you. But I really feel for you, it's about breaking down those old walls for you, those old ways of seeing yourself. This is what I feel it is for you, Sagittarius, specifically. The old ways of thinking about you in a relationship or not, how you see yourself, how you see your worthiness. It's as if the old ways of seeing those things are going. And we get that process, and it starts. This is telling me that it's starting from the inside out when I see the Five of Wands as well, as in these three together. That's why I'm getting this message for you, because we've got the Five of Wands here. Again, wand energy is linked to, I've not spoken about, is linked to our life force, etc. But fives indicate, the number 5 on the tree of life is Jabera, which is power. And power, the essence of power. When I was meditating on that word a couple of years ago now, I was coming up with that, not ideas, but intuitively, what is that word, what does that word mean, what does it conjure, and what fundamentally is it, what fundamentally is power. And power is fundamentally energy, isn't it? And it's also about the using energy, applying energy or not, and it's that application of energy or not, or shifting the energy that the power that we have, that helps to change things, that helps to shift things, that helps to move things. And this is, again, these ideas linked here, these 3 cards, aren't they, very solidly. It's as if there is this change going on within you, and it's permeating it's been going on the inside, and it's coming out now. The other people will be able to see the difference, will be able to see the difference when your different approach when it comes to love, your different approach when it comes to being single, your different approach in your current relationship, your different approach to your new relationship. Not only will you be able to see that change, other people will be able to see that change as well. And it may be that this is the new person coming into your life, falling head over heels, whatever it is. It could be that is for some people that brings about, and it starts a process, a chain reaction almost. The Tower, that's what the Tower does. It begins a chain reaction of things that need to be released, taking off the masks for ourselves so we can see truly who we are and truly what we want and really respond to that. That's what this is really looking like. And then finally we had, as you're moving forward, we head up to the King of Cups. So we've got Cups energy is obviously linked to our heart space, our heart chakra, but also linked to all the things that I said here with the High Priestess, okay? So our intuition and our dreams and our wishes and our compassion for ourselves and for others, etc. Our ability to express love and to feel love, all that area. And the King is masculine, so it's about the actions that we take as well. So this is about us, I think, for you, acting differently, behaving differently in love, taking action, as I said, making mad moves. I keep saying that, but I feel like it might seem, you might be doing things that you wouldn't ordinarily have done, or you wouldn't have thought you would do. So you might not, for example, you might not really see yourself as a romantic type of person, but you meet this new person, or even in your current relationship, you've been in this relationship for years and years and years, and you're not really a romantic or an affectionate person, and suddenly you become romantic and affectionate, and it seems sudden to your partner, or it seems sudden to your friends, to your family, but it isn't sudden. Actually, it's in response to all the work that you've been doing inwardly. It's in response to understanding why in the past you may have restricted your affection. You now understand that, and just because you haven't had those conversations with people, it is actually, that understanding is actually what shifts your behavior, if that makes sense. You start to manifest those changes in your life. So we have a huge amount of new karma coming your way that you've brought in, Sagittarius, by the work that you've done, by the work that you've been doing. So when it comes to your relationships moving in this time period between the 14th and the 16th of March, between the 14th of Feb and the 16th of March, when it comes to that time period, what this is showing is that it's, I'm excited for you, because I feel the excitement. I feel the new energy. I feel the new approach to love. I feel the new love. If you're single and you want new love coming in, you've been real with yourself. You understand, the reason I have, needed to be on my own for this time is because I needed to go over it, man. I was so bitter, and I was bitter. Yeah, he cheated, or yeah, she cheated. But actually, I had red flags and I ignored my gut. And actually, now I realise I ignored my gut. And I realise I ignored my gut because I didn't want to be on my own. And I realised I didn't want to be on my own because I didn't actually feel good enough about myself. And therefore, I stayed in these relationships that were no good for me anyway. So really, it's not about him or her or the fact that they cheated. It's about me. That's what the Emperor does. That's what the Emperor knows. That's what you now know. And it's that understanding that shifts things for you, that changes things for you, so that you can move more confidently toward the person, the situations that you want when it comes to love. Okay, my darlings, I hope you like this reading. Sorry, Tiny's trying to get comfortable. I hope you like this reading, my Sagittarius. Give it a thumbs up, etc., etc. Don't forget you can follow Kiwis and Tarot on Instagram and Facebook. And do not forget to watch your sun, moon, your moon sign, your rising sign, or the partner or a potential partner that you're also interested in. Your Sun, Moon and Stars readings up to the first week of March, which is a really in-depth intuitive reading all about you and your experiences this month or for that time period, is still available. So check it out on the playlist, or just head to my page and you can see it. And don't forget, you can follow Kiwis and Tarot on Instagram and on Facebook. Now, my darlings, it is time for me to go. I hope you like that reading. Have a wonderful Valentine's, a wonderful month, my darlings, and I'll see you all again back on my channel with a brand new reading. Take care, my darlings. Bye.